Hi guys, and welcome back to the Golden Bungalow.
So guys, you might have remembered from our previous video, week 14, we said we're going to take Takoda out to a local class because we are doing the Perfect Puppy course, which is absolutely fantastic. If you're not actually doing that, have a look into it because it is an absolutely revolutionary course. Like I say, we're not sponsored by the Perfect Puppy course or anything like that. It is just absolutely brilliant. I've raised Medivh on it and we're now doing Takoda and he's doing absolutely well. The only reason we are doing this other class is because then we can train around other dogs. So it is another way of socializing. So we're not socializing on the idea of introducing him to loads of other dogs. We're socializing him around other dogs to basically make him think, oh, there's another dog over there. Oh, okay, fine, I'll just carry on doing what I'm doing. So it's not like he sees another dog and he's instantly like, oh, there's another dog, this is crazy, I want to play, woo, that sort of stuff. It's literally so he can walk by one, be like, oh, there's a dog over there. Oh, well, dad's okay, mum's okay, so I'm just going to ignore it. That's the idea of the socializing side. So with this course, it's going to basically allow us to do what they want to teach, like the sit, stay. Yes, it is the stuff he already knows, but it's around other dogs. So that's what we're going to now. We're almost there. So here we go. So guys, we are now on our way back. We weren't able to film too much in there because, as you can imagine, some people probably wouldn't want to be filmed, and to be fair, it would probably be quite rude. Anyway, so we got a little clip of obviously little Takoda in there. Now, all I'll say is that clip you saw there was the calmest he was within the class. I won't go too much into detail at the moment because we're now driving back, but we will talk more about it in a moment when we're home. Well, good morning guys. It is the following day. As you can see, I'm in my loungers. It's first thing in the morning. We've just got these boys up and they've just been fed. Now, saying about the feed, just before we go into yesterday in the course, we've been aiming towards wanting to put these two together to feed. And rather than at the moment, it is a situation where I have to bring the boys in, Takoda goes straight back into his crate, Medivh comes into the kitchen, we feed Medivh, bring him in here, and then we get on and feed him and do a little bit of training. Now, as he has got to 4 months, we don't do so much training and stuff with the kibble. We still do at lunchtime because he gets fed 3 meals a day now. We end up basically doing his heel walking, and that's where we do some training. We do some training outside, and that's what I did with Medivh. So today we pushed on the idea of having them both together while feeding, and this is the outcome. Okay, up. Medivh, up. Sit. Good boys. Ah, no. Break. Good boys. So it did go really well. Towards the end, Takoda did do, which I kind of thought he would. He had eaten all his food and he kind of went over to Medivh's area. So it was a success either way, which is absolutely brilliant. We just got to obviously getting used to the idea of once you finished yours, you don't go for any more, which is simple enough to do. Just got to keep our eye on him, just tell him no, and obviously enforce what we want, which is the right thing to do. So yesterday's course, like I say, we won't be going back. The reason being is the course that we did with Medivh, I'm not sure if I said this in our previous video, which if we did this course, we should have done what we did with him, but we didn't. We decided to do something else. His one was very much, you were in a group with all the other dogs, which is the kind of the thing we wanted. However, with that one, which was the best part of it, you were given a designated area to do your training. Yes, there were other dogs about, but you were given your area. And then you did all your bits. Later on throughout the weeks, you started doing stuff a bit more closely. You let your dogs touch noses, and then you pulled them away, treated, and things like that. That's what I should have done. But I tried this new course out just because it sounded a bit different. It sounded more positive in certain areas as well. However, as it was done in a hall, it was quite small. Takoda was the eldest one there. Like I say, we should have done this probably a lot earlier, but anyway, these things happen. But the reason why we won't be going back is they were talking about off-leash stuff, which is it is a good thing to do, but you have to take him obviously to a designated area. Takoda at the moment is not off-leash. He's going to be on long line and a harness. But it was like to try and work on his recall, it was literally a thing of the trainer would hold him, and then we would go on the other side, and then we would literally scream his name, try and ramp up his excitement to come over to us. Now, as you know from the course that we're doing at the moment, it is trying to always keep your dog calm. If you see Medivh at the moment, he is as calm as you like. He's lying on the couch and he is fast asleep. With Takoda, obviously he's a puppy, he's full of excitement, but we're trying to obviously work into him like we did with Medivh. This is how his outcome has been from using the Perfect Puppy course. It's keeping him calm. The course didn't do that. It literally ramped up his excitement. He got towards the point of uncontrollable. He was heightened, he was fully aroused, trying to get him to sit down on his place bed or place mat we were doing there was difficult. We did give him a chew, which kept him calm for a short amount of time. But then we worked on something else, and we were working on the jumping up stuff. Now, the jumping up stuff he is starting to do, which we are working on it. Every instructor, I'm not saying that what has been done on this course is wrong. It would work for some people, but it just won't work for us with what we've been doing. Because the way that they were teaching the jumping up is you go rock solid, and then when they're down on the floor, you praise that behavior. Now, the issue is the teacher showed us this, and then everyone got in the circle because obviously I went with Jem, so Jem got in the circle, I had hold of Takoda, and then what they would do is people were coming round and they were jumping up. Some people listen to what they should be doing, some people don't, but some people don't get it as well because it's their first dog and stuff. But he's kind of there ramping his excitement up to get him to jump, and then they're going solid to get him to go down, and then they're really enhancing that excitement. Oh, no, you're not doing that. No, you're not. And ramping up his excitement when he's on the floor. So by the end of the course, he was so uncontrollable. It was unreal. I've never seen him like it before. Like when we tried to walk him out to get towards the car at the end of the session, he was pulling like an absolute train, and he's never done that. So when we were on our way back, I was like, right, that course is not going to work for us, because what it's doing is it's actually going to push us back because of the fact of how much we are actually working on his calmness. If we carried on, it would more likely destroy the calmness, which means I would have to work on that even more. So we're not going to do that. We're going to carry on kind of doing what we're doing, going places, training along outside. If there are other dogs about, I'm going to try and do a bit around them, which I have been doing, fun enough, on his heel walking, because what he will do is he started to pull towards people and towards other dogs, and that's where I've been doing the tune-up drill, which I think I said in the previous video on the Perfect Puppy course. So we've been doing that. So yeah, that's kind of what happened on our little course. So guys, the real talk of week 15. Now, we were just literally saying this because we just got back from his daily walk, how quick he has grown. We cannot believe it. Well, prime example, come here, bud. There we go. He is absolutely huge. And this is where I said at the very beginning, they are going to be a puppy for a very, very short time. So really hammer in on the training, guys. It's like I say, even in the Perfect Puppy course, that's what they go on about all the way through. Do not let off whatever you do. He's currently, I think I said this on the previous video, he's on 3 meals a day. As you saw as well, from now on, he's going to be fed in the morning and in the evening with Medivh side by side, because that has gone really, really well this week. So that's another plus side. Week 15, to me, I would say, apart from obviously things going on with the course that we were going to go on, I think it's gone really, really well.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you took him out this week as well, didn't you?
I did. Yeah, we took him to Bicester Garden Centre. Obviously, a lot of attraction there, and a lot of distraction. He sat when we were looking at stuff, looking up at me. Everyone that walked past couldn't believe how well behaved he was. Sitting and eating lunch, he was lying down. I gave him a chew to keep him occupied, but he didn't distract from where we were and where we were sitting. So I think he did really well. The distractions were quite high there, and he was a very good boy.
You got a lot of compliments as well, didn't you?
A lot of compliments. To say that they couldn't believe how young he was for how well behaved he was. So it's working.
It is.
But it was a joy to take him out. He was very sweet.
Like I say, he's it's like I said to you before about like we've just taken him out for like say their joint walk, because now you've seen we've taken them out together. He's obviously trained off leash. Takoda isn't. So as you can imagine, he's got 15 meters. Medivh is just absolutely pole vaulting off, and he's trying to keep up. But we've got to be careful, because as he is on a 15-meter long line, he did wrap Medivh up this week, and he got it a bit around his neck. So I had to let go, run over there, and undo it. So if you have got two dogs, guys, be very, very careful. Obviously with the long line, if one's off and one's on, or even if they're both on, you just got to be careful with that. But they just love playing with each other, which is absolutely great to see. This week, I would say, dog fur. You'll get that as well. This week has gone a lot better than last. He is definitely, we know now, he is definitely going through his teenage years, because he is pushing boundaries. I have had a bit of a progress with his heel walking, because what he will do, come down and lie down, bud. So this is another thing as well, which I'll go on in a minute. Come lie down. His heel walking is coming on a lot better, because what I'll say to him is I'll go Takoda, heel, and he will pull back into line. Obviously, if there's a big distraction by another dog or a person or something like that, then no, he won't. But what I was saying about that, we've had a breakthrough also with his potty. So touch wood, everything I can think of, which is wood. Before, he would only go for about 30 minutes. We've actually pushed him now, and he's gone over an hour. So we are constantly doing that. First thing in the morning, we let him out. He's up for about a couple of hours, and then we put him back in his crate. We go do things. We're also pushing him now to 4 hours, being left alone whenever we can, because 4 hours is the max he is ever, or they're ever left alone. So at least if we can put him to that, it's not something, not saying that happens regularly, but it's just so it's not a shock to him when we physically have to go out, or we're out doing something with family or something else, or something crops up. He's not got a massive panic. Oh, hang on a minute, I'm only used to being in here for a couple of hours. So we are pushing that, and it's going really, really well. But like I say, we're getting lots of compliments from him. Like I said about the heel walking's going on really great. The playtime with them's going on. The food is going on really well. The biggest thing, I think I've already just said, is he is going through his adolescence and teenage years, because he is pushing boundaries. Definitely notice it when we're putting him on his place bed, because he keeps wanting to jump off. He is doing a lot better. He is now out with us when we're having dinner, but he is on the place bed. The same with Medivh. It is a routine we have. We'll be having dinner. He's on his bed. Medivh's on his bed. They do not get off until we finish. And we've actually gone out of the room, washed up, come back in, and they are still on it. But he will do little things like push his toy off, so he can, like, oh, my toy's off, so I can get up and retrieve that. I'm like, no, I know what you're doing. You're very clever, but that ain't happening. Or he will leave his back paws on the bed and have his front paws off, because he'll want to get off that way. And it's like you have to correct him. So that bit is the bit where he's pushing boundaries. So it is a shame that the course didn't work out. We kind of, hindsight, we should have probably gone for the course that Medivh was on, and hindsight again, done it a little bit earlier. But hey ho, the Perfect Puppy course still introduces you to it. I guess what I was afraid of, wasn't I, was the fact of, with Medivh, he is so, if he sees another dog and he wants to play, he is so pent up. His arousal of that goes through the roof. I didn't want that with him. I knew the mistake I'd made with him. And that was just literally, at this age, long line harness. Every morning I would take him to the park. He would get introduced to all these other dogs that weren't that very well trained, but it was like a thing where I'd have a coffee with them. He would play about, but he would get so ramped up with his excitement, and then it would be enforced by everyone else. Hence why when we went on the course, we noticed that, and I was like, no, that's one thing we wanted to stay away from. But no, either way, like I said, following the Perfect Puppy course, you get taught all this anyway. It was just obviously wanting to train him around other dogs so we could just fully ignore it. But he is doing absolutely hugely well. So week 15, a lot better than 14. So guys, that is going to bring us to the end of week 15. Like I say, I can't believe on how quick these weeks are going by. We're getting closer and closer towards midpoint of doing the Perfect Puppy course. We definitely are reaping the benefits of every bit of hard work we're putting in. We're still obviously having to hammer it in there, which you're going to have to do anyway, especially to make obviously the teenage and adolescence months a lot easier than if you don't. So yeah, we're doing absolutely amazingly with him. I'm over the moon with what's going on at the moment. Please put some comments down below of what you thought of the video, anything else you want to see, any sort of hints, tricks, or advice you think that we could benefit from, because they're always welcome, guys. And we've had some really lovely comments about people that have come to us and said how much they enjoy watching the videos, how much it has actually helped them. That's all we're doing it for, guys. We enjoy making content of our beautiful boys, but it's also to help everyone else out as well. So like I say, if you've got anything, please put it down below. Please hit like and please hit subscribe to keep up with more future content from us here at the Golden Bungalow. And we'll see you on the next one, guys. Take care, stay safe. Bye-bye.